I think the question was actually on companies, like how is the rebound like for companies post-COVID, right? The timing that I joined the Lo and Behold group. So I actually joined them officially it's actually on 1st April, which is like exactly at the point where COVID hit at its worst in that case, especially for a F&B or hospitality group. This is the industry that was almost like took the brunt of like the COVID impact. So this was actually like the last perhaps 3 months was perhaps like one of the intense phase, both for myself and also for the group. I think it really challenges a lot on the fundamentals of like how should we run a F&B business, both from a process, product, and also the financial point of view. So that's actually like it challenges like our concept, what is the norm and how should things be done. So and I think like there's like this saying whereby, well, I can't remember the exact quote of it, but the gist of it is saying that a crisis actually will kill a bad company, but a good company will survive it, and a great company will actually thrive. That's something that I personally do believe in, and the group also do believe in. So despite like say this is like one of potentially like the worst crisis the group has faced, the way that we have approached it as a group was as in use it as an opportunity to actually like transform ourselves, to be relevant to the new age over here. So what has happened is actually that once we actually realized or understood like say the potential impact of COVID, and we ran quite an extensive round of scenario planning. So down to like say really bad. That was actually in April, so that's before all the government grants or how the support come about. So we went through like a really broad range of scenarios of like how the world will look like in 3 months, 6 months, and or end of the year in this case, right? And it's actually very sobering if things do not recover, and it really means that we had to transform as a business. That was actually an impetus for change, and what we did as a group was actually to launch a 200 days business transformation plan. So it's under the motto of transform to survive. So I think this really encapsulates like what the goal of this 200 days plan is. So it's transform to survive, which means that challenges all our existing fundamentals and think of like how do we transform first to survive and then to thrive. So the way that we did it was actually that we split our transformation plan to 200 days plan. So we are just almost in the 90 plus day of the first 100 days plan already. So we're almost to the tail end of the 100 days plan. The first 100 day plan was actually, we named it as like focus on the fundamentals and also adapt to a new normal. So there's a lot of initiatives that we actually plan around adapting to the new normal. So a big part of it actually was a big move towards both the online sales, a new segment over there, and also a big part was transforming a new way of working. So which means that for the non-frontline staff, whereby it's more back office, it is all now moved remote and online. How do we then actually adapt paperless processes, technology, various things into our processes in our workflow. So that's a big part of it, and that's where like the first 100 days we are wrapping up on actually. So like thinking of a lot of new digital products and also services to add into our workflow. We explored a few things. So potentially that we have just launched is actually a online retail for wines. So the idea is to have a bottle shop within the group. I think we just launched it privately over the last 2 months. I think it's going to be public soon. It is called Clink Clink. So that's one of another initiative that we have on the online segment. Lo and Behold has always been primarily a offline dine-in kind of focusing a lot on the dining experience. The name Lo and Behold itself came from the fact that if you visit any of the venues, you'll be blown away by the concept itself. So that's why it's Lo and Behold. So it was primarily always been a offline dining experience, but with COVID itself moved online. The next 100 days was actually, which we're going to start soon, is a lot more forward looking. That's where it is on how do we build the the hospitality group of the future, which means like how do we be best in class in both our customer experience and also our employee experience. So that's actually like where it is a lot more forward-looking and aspirational. So first is actually to make sure that we survive and we are well adapted to the new normal. Then we are a lot more forward-looking. So that's where we ourselves see the rebound post-COVID. On the broader landscape-wise, this post-COVID rebound, there's a positive sign, but I think what we are most worried about is actually that we are only 1 month into the post-COVID rebound. So the true test is actually the long tail of that recession. Like the grants will fall off, the rental waiver will fall off, a lot of the support will fall off really. So like what measures that were in place that were meant to actually tide businesses through a period of devastation will not be around, whereby the long tail of the recession is going to be around. So whether or not I feel that it is a rebound, that's still to be seen, but the recession is really very real, and that's something that we have to all be like prepared for.